Hey, welcome, and thanks for tuning in. Before we get started with this guided experience, I'd just like to share something brief yet important. Since this channel is relatively new, I don't yet have control of any ad settings. This means that it's likely advertisements can randomly play throughout the middle of the video at any time. This kind of interruption can be unsettling no matter what we're watching or tuning into, but it can be particularly unsettling when we're tuning into any kind of meditative or guided experience. Thankfully, if you're subscribing to the YouTube Premium service, your experience will be ad-free. However, if you're tuning in with a free YouTube account, please see the video's description box for other ways to tune into this episode so that an advertisement doesn't interrupt your experience. The options include a podcast platform and a link to a Google Drive folder where I've stored the recordings for free access, listening, and downloading. After the practice, if you've enjoyed your experience, it would help a great deal if you come back to the YouTube channel to like, comment, or subscribe so that I can hopefully gain control of the ad settings in the near future and eventually disable the mid-roll ads completely. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. Hey everyone, this is going to be an episode in the Self-Soothing Touch series, and it's going to be on hands of kindness, also known as self-holding. Like the other episodes and practices in this series, hands of kindness helps cultivate a sense of safety in our nervous system and helps us feel more comfortable within our own bodies. An added element of this practice is that it also helps with creating a felt container for the body, and so it helps establish a felt sense of healthy boundaries. These practices can be explored in meditation, and they can also be explored in daily life. There are many ways of practicing hands of kindness. There's a common myth or stereotype out there for beginning meditation students, practitioners, that we need to hold our hands in this kind of a posture to meditate. And it's even a stereotype for people who don't meditate, I would say. And I kind of want to debunk this one because while this is a traditional posture and is very beautiful, and sometimes my hands naturally fall into this setup while I'm meditating, it's one that we don't need to establish while we're meditating in order to meditate, in order to relax. There are many different postures, ways of putting our hands, and really it can be whatever comes natural to us. But these practices of hands of kindness can offer added support to our nervous system, to our bodies, that have been scientifically proven. So let's get into it. We'll start with the first one, and it's simply a hand over our heart. We'll be breezing through these postures in this episode. You can follow along if you like and get a quick sense of, oh, I like how this one feels. Oh, I don't really like this one, and that's okay. All of these postures are going to land differently for each one of us. And so it's up to us to know which ones feel soothing and which ones don't. So again, just having a hand over the heart, we could put one hand, we could put two, whatever feels good. Then we might take another hand and put it alongside our cheek, resting and cradling our chin, our head in that hand, in that palm. We could drop the hand on the heart while we do this. We could put the other hand up on our forehead, like we're taking our own temperature. We might just have the hand on the forehead and drop the other hand. You could place the other hand on the back of the neck alongside the brainstem. We could release the hand on our forehead, just have the hand on the back of the neck. This area in particular is really helpful for the amygdala and the brainstem, which both are key players in our fight, flight, freeze responses, our survival mechanisms. And so having a compassionate touch right on this part of our body can send soothing messages to the survival mechanisms and help calm our nervous system. So the next postures are lower on the body, so I'm going to stand to help illustrate them. They involve the belly and the lower back. So with the belly, we can have our hands in many places because the belly is a place that has a lot of surface area for many of us. And so we can place our hands alongside our belt line, can place them on the middle of the belly or under the rib cage. Again, wherever feels good for us. And then the next one is on the lower back. So just placing the hands on the lower back, right above the kidneys, right over the kidneys rather, or wherever feels good. So a lot of us deal with back discomfort, lower back discomfort from time to time. And so this posture can be super nurturing for this part of our bodies. And the last posture I want to share is simply a self-hug. So I'm going to recommend we lift our left arm and put our right hand right underneath our armpit. And this is because our heart is a little bit more on the left side of our bodies. So having our right hand under the left arm allows the right hand to be closer to the heart and offer a little bit more nourishment in that way. And so then we bring our left arm over to the other, our left hand rather, over to the other arm to complete the hug and then enjoy the feeling of hugging. So all of these postures, again, we did a quick breeze through in this episode, but the general recommendation, if we're exploring it in meditation, outside of meditation, is to hang out in them for at least 3 minutes, but it can go way longer than that if it's feeling good. Yeah, and the extended amount of time is to give more time for our nervous systems to downshift and to give more time for it to have a calming effect. It at least increases the potential for it to be more regulating. And also, these postures that I've shared here, they're just general invitations and recommendations, suggestions. They're postures that science has proven to be self-regulating for us and to help calm the nervous system, particularly through the work of professionals such as Dr. Peter Levine and Dr. Bessel van der Kolk. They've really been pioneers for these kinds of practices. And so also, you can be intuitive as well, because these are the scientific recommendations, but say if another part of your body is feeling a need for some touch, a need for some care, you can explore that as well. Maybe a shoulder wants just a loving hand on top of it, and you can do that. If you want to just put your hands on your face, really wherever is calling for some extra support. So you can explore that on your own. And another way of bringing some more intuition into this practice would be to mix it up a little bit more than I did in this brief walkthrough. So for example, you might have a hand on the forehead, and you could also put a hand on the belly. Or you have a hand on the back of the neck, and you want to put a hand on the lower back somewhere. You can mix it up any way that you want. You could have a hand on the lower back and a hand on the heart. Hand on the heart and a hand on the lower belly. That's a good one. So the key here for hands of kindness and any self-soothing touch practice really is to listen to our own bodies and honor the needs that we are sensing in the moment. And I've mentioned it in other videos, but just to reiterate, these postures, these hands of kindness, can be done alongside any guided meditation that I'm sharing on this channel. Sometimes I might explicitly be guiding an invitation for some kind of compassionate touch, and sometimes I might not be. Sometimes I might offer an invitation for a specific form, But maybe that's not one you want to explore in that moment, and you could explore another form if that's what's calling to you. Really just take it as an invitation to explore self-soothing touch in whatever way feels good for you, whether it's what I'm specifically guiding or if it's something else that you've picked up from this series or another practice that I'm not familiar with, that I haven't talked about in this series. Whatever's good for you. My intention with this video and this series is really to simply spread awareness about these practices and to help cultivate the normalcy, the normalness around just exploring these postures whenever feels good for us, whether it's in meditation or whether it's in our daily life. Because they can help us come home to our bodies and help feel safe in doing that wherever we are. And that's really what's most important to me in this series. But they are a great complement, a great supplement to meditation practice as well, which is also near and dear to my heart. So, in whatever way you wish to explore these practices, I hope they serve you, I hope you find them soothing, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to share a little bit in the comments, please feel free to do so. I would love to hear your experience with these practices, with these postures, with this video, whatever's coming up for you. So this is a safe space to share whatever's on your heart. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.